You shouldn't complain about anyone or your reality, because if you are one with everything, then essentially you just be complaining about yourself. And we're going to dive into that today. First, let me show you what I have for lunch today. Some half warmed up pasta that I made. Yum. It's actually pretty good. And that's it. No bars today. I have some leftover banana chip crumbs. So I don't have a pen or anything to write notes. Yeah, it's just going to be a little reflection today. So that's something that I used to actually believe, like with my whole being, but now I just believe it mentally, and it doesn't really make complete sense to me anymore. And I just want to get back to that. I want to get back to it making sense. I originally got the idea when I used to listen to Neuro Knowledge on YouTube, basically saying that if you complain about something, you're complaining about yourself, and if you're complaining about yourself, then you're not attracting the desire or the desired reality. So the last time that I believed in that statement, like fully believed and understood what that meant, was when it was like I had zero drama and zero problems in my life. Not that I attract a lot of drama already, but internally there was just a lot of peace. And I think it was because I remembered I shouldn't be complaining about anyone. And so I don't think I was. And then it was just this morning, it randomly popped back into my head, and I was like, wow, that's something very true to me, I feel like. So I do want to start embodying that a little bit more moving forward. Just remembering that, hey, if something bothers me, then that's just a trigger of my old personality frequency. And if I make any sort of reaction to it, I'm reacting to myself. I think part of it makes sense to me because in the book Conversations with God, I think in the third book by Neil Donald Walsh, he talks about highly evolved beings and how they understand that if you hit someone, this is just an example, if you hit someone on the head with a hammer, you're hitting yourself on the head with a hammer. And they only say that because you hit the person with the hammer, they're going to get angry. But if you keep on doing it, they're going to find their own hammer, and then they're eventually just going to hit you back. So you're essentially just hitting yourself with a hammer. So that's one of the things that comes to mind with this. But it's also kind of like a complaint deterrent in a sense. Like it makes me not want to complain about anything. Because I think I just have a deep understanding that I'm not even conscious or aware of, that rings true. Like whatever I put out, I'm gonna get back eventually. So yeah, that's that. There's another thing too. I was finishing up Power of Now, and he mentioned a saying from Jesus saying that forgive others for they don't know what they do. And he was talking about how people who are in alignment and who are fully present and with their being, they don't act out of line basically, and they don't do things that would hurt other people. So when they're not present and fully conscious, or when they're acting out of that state, then what they do isn't a clear reflection of who they really are, and it's just a reflection of their trained habits and their old ways, or their current ways. They might not be aware of any change. And I feel like that kind of related back to what I said. It kind of helps in a sense to not complain, because it's just the understanding that people do stuff not because deep down they have the intent to be malicious, but it's only because they're unconscious, for lack of a better phrase. Let's try out this pasta bake. I have 2 cuts on my lips, so if I eat funny. One last thing and final thought. This is something that I'm currently trying to embody. Sorry. But reading Power of Now, it really helps me see through the veil of like the illusion of time and how there is no past or future, there's only now. And I was just thinking the other day, like, if there is only now and there's no future, no more waiting, then if there is a desire that I have, then I need to feel that desire now and not wait. So yeah, what I'm currently working on is trying to see what that means, what it means to feel my desires in the present moment, and how I can do that in a way that works. But yeah, that's really it. I'm gonna keep it a little short today. Just because, honestly, these points aren't very reflective. I mean, they're kind of straight to the point. But yes, for whoever's still watching, this is your little nudge to think before you start to complain about the world, complain about someone. And it could be something really little, like on the road, someone cuts you off. I don't know why this is like this, but road rage and like crazy drivers have been kind of a indicator for me for where I currently stand vibrationally. Sorry. Because I noticed that when I am in a higher state of consciousness or whatnot, the roads are a lot nicer to me. The roads are a lot more easy for me. And part of it could be a perception thing, and another part of it, I think it's because I just attract better drivers around me. And yeah, if I fall or slip into the sense of unconsciousness behavior, as we tend to do, and it's okay, then I find myself not feeling good in my daily driving. Traffic bothers me more. People that speed and cut me off, cut other people off, they catch my attention more. And it's just not as fun as it when I'm in full consciousness mode. Wow, my timer went off and it stopped the recording, but yeah, that's really it. I I'm gonna finish my lunch now. Bye.